So the speaker just said that the campaign, the grassroots campaign, is not enough to promote feminism. Well, instead of hiring like feminist icons, why don't we just add more? Why don't we just redirect the efforts to make more campaigns for the people? That way we can make the campaign more effective in promoting feminism. I would like to explain what is the problem with songs and with pop culture figures in general. Songs and pop culture figures songs and pop culture figures overgeneralize the problem of the feminism. For example, the songs like when you hear the song, it's just like a happy fun song, even though it's not feminism, but it's not very specific enough to address what is the current problem of the feminism in its country, because it is way too overgeneralized. And people have different perspective, just like people have no two people are alike, just like the speaker just said before. If no two people are alike, that means if the people hear the song, it will make the people have different perspectives, different perceptions on what is the song about. And we want to make the feminism, and we want to give the people the same idea about feminism. That is the female must have the life status equal to man. And so with songs with many multiple perceptions, that can cause a problem because people don't know, because people have multiple opinions regarding feminism. Campaigns. This is when they said that even pop cultures also have campaigns. Even if the pop cultures have campaigns, the campaigns are too overgeneralized to be used in other countries. For example, when Taylor Swift is in England, is addressing the problems of feminism in England, which is the salary of men and women are not equal, but it cannot be used in backward countries, in developing countries like Mexico or India, where the salary is not the main problem. It's just the human rights problem or the violence problem. And so we believe that we believe that even if the campaign is done by the pop culture figures, the campaign is generalized. I would like to continue to what the speaker said, the clashing points. The clashing points between the whether or not feminism icons or mediocre is more effective. Feminism icons, both paid and unpaid, generally have no first-hand account of the problem of feminism in the world. And also it is not universal. Not all people know what Beyonce or Taylor Swift is. Ask a person in Uganda, do they know Taylor Swift? No. We believe that even though it is effective in this country, it is not effective for the feminism, for global feminism. And also, pop culture figure has their share of haters, and the haters will do whatever they can to making up lies or gossips about the pop culture figure, and that can cause a damage in promoting the damage, or even better in promoting the feminism, because the haters will make people not want to learn about the pop culture figures, and therefore not want to learn about feminism. And also the pop culture figures are only a select few of people. There are too few pop culture figures to address the whole problem of feminism in the world. And also, like I said before, pop culture figures are just too general, are just not specific enough to address the problem of feminism in this country, because this country is different. And also it is not effective because they just motivate or singing their song without doing something. And even if they do something, it is not address the problem directly. Compared with mediocre is the people who mediocre, the people of the grassroots and the NGO are generally people who have first-hand account of the problem of feminism in country. For example, in Indonesia, the people of Indonesia have the first-hand account of what is the problem of feminism in Indonesia. The people of Mexico know what is the problem in Mexico. Therefore, it is local, and its region can do whatever they can to promote the feminism in their own way. Therefore, with local groups like this, feminism being promoted like locally like this instead of just overgeneralized, it can cause an overall global increase in the global awareness of feminism. And also there are no pesky haters who get in the way because there are not very well known to attract haters, and even if the haters, they are very small and not will cause people to not want to learn about feminism. And they also work in numbers. They are, like I said before, they are local and each country has their own way of promoting the feminism. And because they have first-hand account, they can promote to people face to face, and they can actually do something to help the people instead of just like motivating or so on. And so we believe that is the main difference of the pop culture feminist icons and using mediocre. Feminist icons feminist icons are icons before feminism. They are people who achieve popularity before they address the feminism because that's what they do. They are pop culture icons. Even the feminist icons, they are icons. But mediocre is like their main goal is to promote this feminism. Which is why we believe that this is the more effective in addressing the feminist situation. So thank you, and remember, think twice.